Okay, so hello. Okay, there's no echo. I was just hearing an echo. Maybe somebody was trying to speak. Is the voice okay? Everything okay?
Okay, sir.
All great? Yeah, it's okay. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Yes,
Okay. I'm hearing.
Okay. Sorry, I was confused. Okay, so you can see me and you can hear me and you can see the slide, right? Because I can't see the slide.
yes, we can see you. We can see the slide.
Thank you so much. Okay. I'm going to be a bit vulnerable with this setup today. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so let's hear from you where you are connecting from and what is your aim today, if you have any. If you can just unmute and let me know.
Hi, I'll start.
Sanjay.
Okay, Mr. Sanjay, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Sanjay. I'm connecting from Musafa, Abu Dhabi.
Musafa Abu Dhabi. Okay, and what is it that you are
I'm a
hoping?
civil engineer.
Say again?
Civil engineer.
Okay. All right. Okay. Your voice is a bit low. Yeah. Azim, you wanted to go next? Hello? Anyone else would like to go next?
Hello,
Yes, hi.
this is Rula, and
Yes,
I'm
Rola.
here in Lebanon. I'm joining
Yes,
from Lebanon.
yes. And what's your aim for today?
My aim for today is to add to my knowledge,
Yeah.
and work on myself.
Okay. Any particular interest in this topic?
Usually, I'm always aiming to understand myself more by understanding the concept that you're presenting.
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
not something particular. No,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
thank you.
Okay. Next.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon.
My name is Fareen. I'm joining from Abu Dhabi as well in the city. Wish
Yeah.
to be there, but got up with something. So I'm here
No worries.
online instead. Happy to make it. It's my first time. Nice to meet you, everyone. And today, what I'm expecting from the class and interesting from the session is probably how to be better, vulnerable. Just to be more vulnerability, but in the better way,
Wonderful.
in the positive way.
You're already proving that you are ready for it.
Yes, 100%. Thank you.
Yeah. So there is a joke that just happened when I was preparing for this, and this word is a little bit difficult to pronounce for many people because it has two L's and an R. So I did some research, and if you can't pronounce it properly, it's fine. Yeah, the V word. Okay. Anyone else would like to share? What is it? Where you're connecting from? What is it about this topic, or what is it that you're looking for today?
Hi. Sorry.
Radha, please go ahead. My turn later.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm joining from Khobar, Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
and I was wondering about the subject, how it's gonna help me in my life about the vulnerability and how to deal with it. So I wanted just to have a glance about this subject. I work always on how to improve myself and to understand myself more. So just by attending today, I wanted just to have to become one step closer to myself.
Hmm, hmm.
That's
And
all.
that's so beautiful. I mean, all of you are saying these things of being closer to myself,
Yes,
and
yes.
we will explore that aspect of being closer or being with myself, and that's very much connected to the topic. Yes. So I hope this will enrich that curiosity that you might have, or the interest that you might have. Thank you. Who else is there who would like to say hello?
I think it's me
Hello,
now.
this is
There are
okay.
two.
Your turn. Okay,
I see. I
after
see.
you.
You keep bumping into somebody.
He's doing
I think
ladies first.
we should let
Go ahead.
Nazim speak now.
Miss Oroba, please go ahead.
No, it's okay. You can finish. No problem.
No, when there's a pause and there's a silence, then I just quickly want to pop out. Okay. So my name is Azim. Thank you so much, Miss Aruba, for giving me the opportunity.
Yes.
I have been connected to Inner Space more than almost 6 years now, maybe seventh ongoing. I'm in Abu Dhabi myself and been staying here for 18 years now in UAE. So this word is very unique for me because I know that I may have my own vulnerability, but now when I see people, I can see their vulnerabilities, and thanks to the learnings which I have. So I hope I would like to learn how I can help more myself and also people around me, everyone who I care, everyone who I meet, learn more about this. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Azim. Aruba?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Sorry for interrupting, but the subject is really interesting and it's strange. And I mean, from curiosity, I just want to know what's the vulnerability and how I can improve myself and develop and be better in my personality, my relationship with everybody, and my development, with adding knowledge every time we have something we add to our knowledge, to our growing and, becoming better. Thank you very
Wonderful.
much.
So, welcome all. Without any further delay, we will commence now. And I just like to say that I bumped into this word some years ago on one of the very popular TED Talk. This was by Bernie Brown, and she spoke about this subject quite some time ago. And I had heard that TED Talk. It's a very nice one. Actually, I suggest you guys also, if you haven't seen it, have a look at it. And she was talking about this subject. And now, as I was doing this series of authentic expression, I thought that this is one of the things that I could actually include in this series, And basically, as you all know, vulnerability is the ability to be able to show yourself or show that part of yourself that you're afraid of, you fear, you are not so comfortable with, okay? And the very reason that you're not comfortable with means that there is something in that for you to understand a little bit more. And what we usually try to do is we try to avoid situations where we can become vulnerable. And so what we are suggesting here is that we do the opposite, okay? And we, in a way that is safe and in a way that is sensible, we can actually take this step in certain moments where we can actually express these feelings that we go through that are difficult. We don't want to usually show people. And therefore, because we don't want to show, we would put a mask, you know, and hold that mask. But in the long term, if I want to know myself and I keep, you know, because as I continue to put masks, I get lost in the masks, you know, I don't know who I am, you know. And most of you have expressed this interest of wanting to understand yourself better, yeah? So from that context, I think this topic is very much important. And we also would like to link it with authentic expression and communication and connection with our relationships, better connection with our relations. And why is it so important? Also, we're going to look into this aspect of what is it that actually blocks us from, you know, expressing honestly ourselves. Yeah. So we're going to look at that and probably a little bit of exercise that I would like you to do. So as I continue, if you can just have a pen and a paper on the side, maybe now or in a little while, we will do a little bit of an exercise. So just to let you know that there is a screen on my right, and if I'm turning like this, I'm just trying to read your comments. All right. So I should have actually, we were expecting some people to come, so I put the screen in front. And now, you know, I'm just realizing that I can't see. So anyway, we'll continue, and I have, I can see on my screen, small screen here. So I'll be able to guide you through. Okay, so let's start. So the first element that we can understand is the saint and the hero. Okay, so these are two characters that we really revere in our lives. We really look up to saints and we look up to heroes. Okay, and they are quite different from one another. When you look at the saint usually is very simple, very open, does not have much on his body, and is expressing from a different space. And when you see a hero, like warrior kind of hero, or you know, person who has succeeded in some kind of combat, he would have armors, you know, so there would be a lot of armors around that person, just like in the picture you can see. And so what we actually learn from this is that when we look at a saint, we see that that openness is seen, and there is radical vulnerability that you can see. And the saint seeks to connect through courage, to be seen without defense. So there is a feeling of openness and ready to receive, you know, because if you see the two, you will go easily towards a saint, right? Okay. Whereas the characteristic of the warrior is protection, strength, and projection of invulnerability, and it seeks to conquer through force and defense. So obviously, when you're talking about expression, my truth can be expressed better in the image of a saint rather than in the image of a hero, you know. In this case, it's an armored warrior, you know. And this is the idea that we take to see that, you know, sometimes when my defenses are not external and I can drop those external defenses, I'm able to be trusted by others. Do you see that example in your situation? Are you able to relate to that?
I have a question. You said when
Yes,
you
sure.
drop your, I didn't understand that part. When you drop what?
So the armors that you have. So when you go to fight, there are these metal armors that you wear.
Like shields.
Yeah, the shields and you know, like you can see the picture.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
armors. Yeah, maybe it's too small. You're looking from the phone. So these armors, they are metal, like what you call suits. Okay, they used to wear in war so that, you know, if somebody attacks them, they will not get, you know, hurt. Okay, so the saint is very. You can see how the saint doesn't have any armor.
Mm-hmm.
But it is powerful because the saint can touch the hearts of others.
Hmm.
Whereas the warrior, kind of, you would be going away from the warrior. You wouldn't be close to, because the warrior is all covered, right? Does it make a little bit more
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, now I get it.
Yeah, okay. So that's what I'm trying to show, that in life also, when I am simple, approachable, you know, there are many people who are very smart, but they are definitely not approachable. And the reason is, you know, the armors, we have shown a physical one, but there are other armors that we put, we can call them mask, that people can't come close to us. And the reason for that is vulnerability. Okay? The reason is they do not want us to see something in them. Understand? So this is a quite a big thing that can block authentic expression, you know, because once you put a mask, then you are not talking, you know, there's somebody else who's speaking there. Whereas, you know, does it make sense for you guys? Who can relate to this?
Yes.
Do
I just
Oh,
want to
okay.
say
Yeah.
what you're saying is so true. Like when we're more like open and people can trust us and be close to us and open up to us. But at the same time, it's more likely to get hurt. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't have armor, you will get hurt. I'm sure that you're gonna talk about this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. For sure.
yeah,
So that is the aspect. That's why I said a safe space for expression. Okay,
yeah,
so you need to have this balance of where are you showing, you know, what is there, and how is it that you're showing, you know, is it to connect or is it to just, you know, throw your stuff? So we're going to look at that.
okay.
So sorry, I have to read a few chats which I missed. Okay, so yeah. So Sheila says we show different masks to different people. That's right. Sometimes we get confused which mask to put on. Okay, and then my other says, I can relate to both saint and with my daughter always. And other with some people that I don't want to deal with, but I can't, like family manager. Okay, to be a saint is like showing your weakness. Um, it is, yes, to be a saint is not only showing your weakness, but to be showing your reality, you know, because weakness is not myself really, but it's something that I kind of acquire, you know, with time. But inside, I'm very strong because I can show those weaknesses. So you can see the paradox. Okay, and Azim says, I have a question for saint who is unshielded. The difference of not having shield, what is it that represent? Is openness, it represents authenticity, it represents power. Okay, it represents power that I don't need. You know, there are some people who have some kind of celebrity, and they have a lot of people around them. And there are some people who are very, very well known, but they don't need bodyguards. They don't need anything. That's the difference, you know, that I can just be without having any fear, even though I don't have anything with me. Yeah. Self-confidence. Thank you. It represents the real you. Yeah. Yeah.
But the visual difference of so a hero or a knight, I will call him, having
Yeah.
armor, shield, a horse, all these are all power symbols, which
These
represents
are
great.
power symbol, but these are power from outside.
I see.
Whereas the saint does not have, you know, like have you seen these images in Thailand where these monks stay with the tigers?
No.
Have you seen that? So there is a place, one of the monastery or something like that. They adopted tigers, and now they have tigers there, and they're just they're just walking with them, you know. And it's amazing, you know. It's all peace. And also there is another example in these forest and all this. These people, you know, the renunciates who stay there, they meet animals like on regular basis, but nothing happens. Neither do they attack any, nor the animals attack them. And there are so many stories regarding this. How is it possible? And they are very similar, you know. They don't have much clothes, and they are in the jungles, you know. How is that possible? You know, and what kind of strength do they have to be able to, you know, be like that? Yeah. So is that okay? All right. Okay. So we proceed, and
So, which mean the external protection of shield and all the power what we see, it's an exterior. That
yeah,
doesn't mean a person inside the shield is a stronger personality.
exactly. You know, the moment the shield is down, the person is not that, you know. I mean, I'm not talking about a particular case, but as an example, you know, the moments, you know, like there are some people who pretend to be very brave. The moment the barrier is not there, they are the first one to run. You see? So whatever is protecting you, if that falls, then you are gone. Whereas the saint symbolism can still be there, you know, and it's just symbolic. This is not real, just symbolic. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So the next part. Okay. So we just sorry. So the next part is with regards to beyond this armor. And someone says that vulnerability is not weakness. Yeah. So usually we see, Sile, you got your answer. It's not your weakness. It is honesty without armor. It is honesty without armor. Now, I have that courage to be able to be honest. Yeah. First to myself and then to others. Okay. So it is the courage to be seen exactly as you are. You know, there are no masks. When we drop the hero's defense, we invite others into the space where genuine connection begins. Okay? And that's where authenticity helps that genuine connection. Okay? So we can let go of our mask. We can let go, you know, but obviously, like somebody mentioned, that we need to see the right place. Okay? So that, you know, that's the first step. And then once we have, you know, power and, you know, we can just be ourselves wherever. It doesn't matter, you know, because we realize and we understand that. Yeah? Okay. Can somebody who can speak help me read the comments? Anyone from Azim? Can you be reading the comments?
Yes, sure, I can.
Yeah, whenever there's a new comment, please feel free to read for us, so I don't have to turn back all the time.
So the last comment was from Oruba. Shield is the ego, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. The shield is the ego, the mask, you know, the thing that temporarily is protecting us. The moment that mask goes away, we are exposed. Okay. So rather than being exposed, it's better to be vulnerable and be able to express yourself authentically. Yeah. So when we allow, why this is like why this is important is when we allow ourselves to be truly seen, trust grows naturally and effortlessly. It is the shortest path to build deep and lasting relationship. You know, there are so many people who know each other, and then they find out that somebody was hiding something. Anyone has that kind of experience? You know how much it pains you when you feel that that person is hiding. And the reason that that person is hiding something is because they are finding it difficult to be honest. Because they are afraid something might, you know, you might not see them the same way or something like that. So we experience this in our day-to-day life, right? Yeah? Make sense? So, what is it that actually, we have touched this subject, but we're going to go into a little bit of details. What is it that blocks us from being able to be ourselves? Okay. So the first thing is the fear of being our true selves will result in critical assessment from others. So we are afraid of what others might think or say, or what the society might think or say, and therefore we kind of keep, you know, these armors ready because we don't want to be, you know, we can't be authentic because of that fear. The second thing is that if I am like that, I might be rejected, you know. So when I'm naked, when I'm able to be myself, maybe some people will not be able to accept me because of, you know, if I'm connected to them and I'm exposing myself in some way, they might feel that that link is not good and they might not accept me. Okay. The third thing is that it's too painful. The anxiety that our true depth will overwhelm or drive away those who we value. Yeah. So these are three areas in which we can be challenged, and it's challenging to be able to express ourselves. One is judgment, another one is rejection, another one is too much. You know, the shame comes in a big way in this, you know, where there is shame, it's constantly playing on you, and you'll try as much as possible to avoid that particular thing. But the moment anybody has such example where you've been kind of staying in a place because you are afraid of something, and then suddenly you have something happens, you have the courage, and then you suddenly face whatever it is, and then you notice that, oh my God, you know how much you're missing, or how much you missed because of not being able to express. Anyone has an experience like that? I have many. Anyone from the listeners who have that kind of experience, whereby you know you were just living very limited life because you feel shy, or you know there is some kind of shame that prevents you from expressing yourself the way you are? Anyone would like to share? Or you're too shy?
I think if I remember too well, my first time when I spoke about my problem to a consultant, or
Yeah.
I will call, so
Yeah.
it was only one session, one
Yeah.
and a half hour,
Yeah.
and I was speaking for maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And while speaking, I might be emotional, crying, I will call.
Yeah.
During all of this, I noticed when I received the feedback,
Yeah.
my burden was lifted off.
Exactly.
In my personal experience, I never felt shy sharing because I've been always mentioned that it is a safe space. You don't need to worry. You are in a unjudged, territory. So you don't need to think anything negative, which always gave me a comfort. So I never had any fears, to be honest.
Mm. 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 Yeah, and it is important, you know, it is important that, you know, to see that you feel safe yourself and you feel ready, you know, and then, you know, to show. And I know some people, it takes years and years to be able to, you know, just let go and whatever it is that, and then once you do that, you feel like, oh, it was not that difficult. You know, it was not that difficult. It's doable. So there's nothing bad, or there's nothing wrong, or there are no, you know, um, there are no things that you have done that are, you know, so bad that they cannot be expressed in a safe space. Okay. So now there's a little bit for you now. Okay, you can take your yeah, before that, I just
We have some comments I will read.
yes, please. In the
Daily
main.
basis with friendship only now I am letting go of people. I have always been people pleasing, running after people, but true me. I always have wanted people around me sacrificing their me, if I'm not wrong, what I read.
Mm. Okay, thank you. Okay, so a little bit of work from your side. If you can take your papers. If you can just take a piece of paper, or if you don't have a paper, just take your phone and go to notes or something like that. So just a little bit of reflection exercise. If you can just acknowledge whatever it is that is heavy in you. So notice when you are wearing this hero's armor, when you are wearing the hero's armor in your daily conversation, Okay, if you can think of a time where you kind of feel unsafe and you have to pick those armors, just write down some situations where you feel a little bit prone to be judged, or something might be said to you. Just some kind of situations.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
So you have to think about situations where you feel like you're being judged and that's why you're putting on the armor.
Yeah, so wherever you feel like you have to wear those armors, you have to wear that protection.
In what situations do I need to
In any
pretend?
kind of situation that you feel that you get hurt, or you might be in that state of fear.
What I need to write what the situation is.
Yeah, you have to write what kind of situation that you often see that you feel a little bit vulnerable to. Just for 1 minute, if you can write one or two things. Okay, second question, if you can just look at that. What specific fear lead you to hide your true feelings or opinion? What specific fears lead you to hide your true feelings or opinion? What is it that is preventing you to express your feelings or opinion in particular situation? You don't have to share this, so this is for yourself. But you can, if you would like, you can do that, but you don't have to. Just for your reflection. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Sile, for your sharing. Trying to please people. I've always wanted people around me. Sacrificing. Okay. Done? So the idea for this is to be able to identify certain areas where you still have to hold that armor, and you're finding it difficult to let go. There's one very simple thing that I recently also came across, is that can you think of this is one more, it's not on the presentation. Can you think of a time where you wanted to say or refuse something that somebody asked you, but instead you said yes in the last week? That you can share. Or you can share anything, but this is for sharing in particular, this third question. Can you remember in the last week where you agreed to something, but inside you wanted to say no?
So yes, Arif, regarding the friends, the thing that I wrote in the comment. Hello?
Yes,
So
I can
yes,
hear you.
so yes, I've been chatting with one of my friends back home, like all the time. I have this thing that I want people in my corner. I'm building friendships. But every time when I tell that, I will tell a friend that this is what Arif did to me. He asked for money and he never paid it back. And we will talk about it, how bad people are like. But the same friend I complained to will come back and trigger me by asking me for money. And I was vulnerable to you, telling you about my problems, but you use it against me. Because you know what happened to my friendship with that other person, how we had a fallout. But they always come back and use the same thing against me. Then I get triggered.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I get triggered because now I told you what happened, that I'm not comfortable lending friends money because it always leads to fallout. They will understand, but they will come back and do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it makes me like, what's the point of being vulnerable with people if they use it
Yeah.
against you?
Yeah. 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 So it definitely does. And this is one quite common thing. And I have a line. And that line worked for me quite well. And that line goes like this, that I never take anyone from anyone, anything from anyone, and I never give anything to anyone. And that's my principle when it comes to money. Okay, I don't take, I don't give, and that's a principle that I follow. So you don't have to say no, but you say that, look, you know, in my principle that I don't do this. Of course, there are exceptions, but whenever it's a situation that I don't want to, and I said, look, I follow this particular principle, and it's much easier that way, you know, to be able to say no. Because you mentioned this particular example, I'm just sharing my experience on that. And the other thing is, you know, we need to learn to live by what we have. You know, if I don't have, then, you know, like sometimes it's an emergency situation. That's a different thing. But sometimes, you know, somebody will come and say, oh, I need to buy this. And, you know, say, I'm sorry, but, you know, this is my principle. So you can share it like that. I don't know if that would be useful for you, but that was quite life-changing for me. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else? Any comments? Anyone else had to say no to someone and instead said yes? Or said...
Well, I will just quickly try to elaborate. I have somebody who I introduced you to in my workplace nearby, and I've been accused 3 times of different situations. Then the person will bring work and forget what he said to me, those like not good words, attacking integrity, blaming me, and stuff like that. And I avoid quarrels because we have common interests, and I don't want to have in the new venture all these things. Today's session is one reason. Instead of making him call, I joined here because I don't want him to feel vulnerable. I tried myself. Maybe this is a sign of God that I must go in this session, and I changed my mind. I don't want to respond him now. I will still give him one more chance. And why I mess my own my own cooked meal. Let me eat it first. So I'm keep avoiding this kind of conversation, which is keep targeting and questioning my integrity and
Yeah.
making me judged. So
Yeah.
I thought, okay, if I'm gonna roll my sleeves up, for sure it's gonna end up somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm keep stopping myself, so I don't know what I shall do. This is my question to my own self right now. I'm not vulnerable, the other person is.
Yeah. Now, there is a lot of power in honesty. And when you understand slowly, you can always use it. You know, I think I've seen this many times. You know, there is a lot of power. But you have to be ready. That's the thing. You have to be ready. And then, you know, things can get resolved. Any comments? Anything else? Oh, there's a homework for you. So the homework for you is when you go away from here, you can take this particular homework with you, and you can do it for a few days actually, not necessarily once. So the practice to release is, in one small interaction today, choose honesty over the safe armored response. Okay? So in one interaction, maybe the next interaction that you have, choose honesty, okay, and see what happens. And then if it works, again tomorrow you can try. Okay? So we move on. Okay. So
There
next
are some
is the
comments.
question. Yeah. So sharing truth without fear. To express truth without overexposure, we focus on sharing versus venting. Okay, venting is to offload yourself on somebody else, and sharing is to try and make yourself clear and to the other person and to yourself. Vulnerability is a pathway, not a destination. It is a tool we use to invite others into deeper shared reality. Okay, we invite others into deeper shared reality. Okay, so this is where we come to how to approach and how to actually practice this in a safe way. So what happens is, as you said, no, we need to be courageous, but we don't have to be reckless. Okay, so you know the difference between courage and being reckless. Courage is you give yourself energy to try and uplift yourself without harm, whereas reckless, the risk factor is very high, and you know, there is no it's not really thought over properly, and you can get hurt. So the line between the two is quite small, but we need to understand. So the SAFE framework is very important. We build courage without harm by checking our intention. What is it that I'm intending in this particular conversation? Are we sharing to connect or to offload? Okay, are we sharing? Is it a genuine intention of wanting to share whatever is inside? And is the person willing to receive that or not? Okay, and then respect our own boundaries is as vital as respecting others. Vulnerability is a bridge, not a floodgate. Okay, so we need to pay attention to see what is the situation, and what is my state, and what is the other person's state, and is it something that is flowing, you know? So some people are not ready for that, you know, and some people just find the first person and they just kind of, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something that is mainly for expressing authentically. You know, this is basically what we're talking about. Okay. So, if there are any questions from your side.
How to differentiate between, or how to make it, like, to be honest without be oversharing? It's difficult to, I find it difficult for me sometimes. For this reason, I abstain from, like, you know, it's not like saying something lying, but it's like lying by mission. Okay, and instead of saying anything, silence would be the choice, not to say and overshare. How to reach to this kind of balance?
So the thing is, it's important is that what is it that you're sharing first? Okay, so you need to check what is it that you're sharing, and is it that you're sharing something that is heavy for you, and you're looking for someone who is able to contain what you're sharing. Okay, is that the kind of sharing, or is it the sharing that, you know, this person is difficult and you are having this difficult conversation with that person? Okay, and you want to know how to express that. Okay, so these are two different scenarios. Okay, I guess that your situation is the first scenario, that you'd like to say, but you will say too much, you know, and you feel so. Basically, there is a danger of, you know, overdoing it and over. It's like what we said earlier. This is not really sharing. It's like vomiting, and it's like, you know, trying to throw your stuff, your baggage into somebody else's space, and people don't like that, you know. So if it is in that case, the way to know is that you have to be very clear about what's your intention, and you have to know that the other person has the capacity to be able to contain what you are sharing. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Got it.
Okay. So you just have to measure and see, you know. But mostly, as you know, and as I know, many people will come to you, maybe, you know, and they'll just start, you know, just throwing everything, and it smells, and it's not nice, you know. It's not nice to do that, but we still do, because, you know, there's too much, and they can't manage it. And therefore, that's not really what we're talking about. What we're saying is a very, you know, like one of the things that I would say, inner space. You know, many people come here, or many people connect with us, and that's what they feel comfortable, they feel safe, that they can actually, you know, share whatever is going on and also get help at the same time. Yeah. Any other questions? Any comments, any question, anything? We started a bit late, so we can have a few more minutes. Nothing on the chat box, yeah? So let's have a moment of silence then, if there is nothing, just before we finish. Just go into yourself, deep inside, and see yourself as you are, just the way you are, and see all these weaknesses that are there within ourselves, and embrace and accept that these are there, but they don't have to be there all the time. And with one step, closer to myself, I'm able to overcome all these weaknesses with the power of honesty, truth, transparency, authenticity. I'm able to move forward, and I'm able to, be in that space where I can again feel myself, connect to myself, be myself, without having the burden to prove to anybody, without having the burden to show that I'm better than others, without having the burden of the trying, forcing myself, just being natural and easy, you know. So that is invitation for all of you. And remember the homework, the next conversation that you have, try and see if you are still holding any kind of armors, or are you able to just be yourself, and just whatever is, felt, with sensibility to express that. Okay, so no questions. The next session is going to be on boundaries, and I know people love this subject because they find it quite difficult, which is again linked to today's topic. What are boundaries? How to, if we need to have or we don't need to have, and if we do, how do they help, and how can we use it for the benefit, our benefit and benefit of others. So we'll explore this next month, and watch out. It will be announced soon, I think. Yeah, we are in February, so it will be announced soon. I don't know the date exactly, but this is going to be the next topic. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your time. Lovely to be with you, and see you soon.
Thank you, sir.